Hi, my name's George, and in today's video, we're gonna be seeing some of the best ponds in the world. We're here at our first pond today with Anthony from Koi Enterprise. This is a private residence that essentially has an atrium inside.
It is, George. So we're in an atrium, and just behind us, we have this gorgeous pond.
How big is this pond?
7,200 gallons total. Beautiful collection of fish. I'll let you do some honors, George. Here you go.
They're hungry. Look at that. They are. All right, guys. Uncle George. All right, so the first thing I'm noticing about all the fish in here is that they are Tancho Koi.
They are. The majority of them are Tancho Koi, which is the koi with the red circle on the top.
Just a perfect circular red dot on the head.
One of the biggest things is they say it resembles a Japanese flag. A lot of symbolism that happens with that round circle. And it's one of the first koi that was developed that had a significant pattern.
Why did they decide to go with all Tancho?
Why did you go with one style art versus another? I think this fish just appeals to her, and she likes the fact that it's in so many different varieties. You just don't have a Tancho Kohaku. You also have a Tancho Sanke, Tancho Ginrin Sanke, Tancho Ginrin Butterfly Sanke. So you can go on, and you can try to do all this collection.
We have these stepping stones here, very modern, Zen aesthetic to it.
And the shape is very unique. It's got Yuba blue boulder mixed with some slate and then tied in with some beautiful tile. So it really just encompasses a true contemporary koi pond.
It feels like the pond itself is also an art piece.
The decorations throughout the landscape of this area really enhances the area. It complements it. It doesn't take it over because everything kind of blends and flows in. Even the plants. You have aquatic plants mixed with some plants outside. I just think it's a really nice balance.
How many of these plants are real? Are all the plants in here real?
All the plants are real.
All these plants are real?
All the plants are real.
No, some of these plants look like they could be like out of Willy Wonka or something.
That one's spiky, watch out.
Okay. How do these big, massive window panels above us affect the fish?
Well, you know, having these windows allows that beautiful natural sunlight. You need it for all these plants that are all living around us, but definitely it enhances and it helps the colors develop in the koi fish. I'm not too worried about being sunburned or overexposure of the sun because it does move. Remember, depth is our friend here.
So the pond is about 4 to 5 feet deep.
Indoors, it's nice because we don't have to worry about predators. When you come to the water's edge and you see these beautiful living jewels, you don't want them to hide in any cave or tunnel. We want them to be exposed. It's safe to be exposed.
You can also see that the pond and the property are all built up onto the side of this huge river right here.
It's got basically a partition between the windows. So we have the indoor pond and we have a little bit of outdoor, and that outdoor kind of leads toward a waterfall that goes throughout the landscape on the back of the house.
So they're not actually connected, but it's made to look as if this pond is the beginning or spilling over into the water.
Correct. It's two different bodies of water. One, because this is warmer than what's exposed outside to the elements.
All right, so the same owner of the koi pond that we just saw has a backyard pond that is so much larger, full of koi, and this is beautiful. This home is actually floating over the pond. The floor has a glass window where you can see directly below you into the pond. This is a 120,000 gallon pond. There's these massive art structures all around the pond. The homeowner is an artist and loves collecting art. Okay, Cecilio.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. You take care of all the plants and even the ponds on this property.
Yes, I do.
What is the maintenance like for you? You come here once a week?
Twice a week.
Twice a week?
Yes.
And how long does it take to take care of everything?
Oh, pretty much the whole day. Twice a week. All day long. 8 hours.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
It is. It's a team effort. Since he's here way more often than I am, he's the first sign of defense. He looks at the fish, makes sure they look good, they're eating well. If there's any signs of behavior, he brings up to the owner's attention. So we're all very much well in communication. And
Right. Interesting. Cool. Just leave it here.
so I want to walk first because I want to see your impression. You're kind of coming up on the back side of it.
Okay. Wow. Look at that. Look at they're waiting for me. They're waiting for us. This is cool, dude. Wow. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That one's scarier. I thought we were dealing with a cute little dog, and now there's a big one. All right, so Anthony, this has got to be one of the most unique koi ponds I've seen so far.
Pond's just under 3,000 gallons, and it's filled with some beautiful, gorgeous koi.
Yeah, they're coming right up to this window here. This is one of 2 acrylic windows, you said?
One of 2 acrylics, yes.
Got it. Wow. It's like a lot of koi.
A nice rustic look. Really try to get the feel of a cabin, of being in the mountains. And then we step upon our second window, which is right across from our first window.
Wow. You got a bunch of live plants right here in the middle. Are these live?
We do. They
Okay.
are real live plants. So the waterfall is pretty unique. It's got these really flat rocks in the front. It actually floats so the fish can swim clearly around there.
Wow. This is a gravelless pond.
This is a gravelless pond with the texture of gravel because it is pebble tech.
Interesting.
So it still gives you that look that there's a little bit of sand or gravel at the bottom, but you don't have all the loose stuff to deal with, especially if you're trying to clean or drain. It's a seamless process.
Do you build all your ponds with this material, or do you use cement, or what do you typically use in the majority of your projects?
I use primarily what the project calls for. So whether it's what the customer wants, whether it's the type of soil, I take into zones, the climate, I take into the lifestyle of the client. So I can try to incorporate all that. It's best to gather as much information as you can onto what the client actually ultimately wants and try to pair it with the right products.
Got it. There's a lot of koi in here. I'd say maybe like 20 to 30 koi fish in here. Different sizes, even some medium, like this one coming up here is pretty big. Do you prefer to go maybe gravelless on a pond like this just because it makes it a little easier to clean, or?
It can be. So more fish, more food, more waste, more processing of the waste, however you want to account for that. My biggest thing when you're dealing with koi of value is they don't really injure themselves on too many substrates.
This is an interesting blend between, obviously you got some plants, you got a waterfall. I do really like that texture. It makes it feel like there is maybe some sort of gravel, little stone gravel in there, but there isn't. It's like a whole little town back here.
It is. It's
They
kind of
created like their own little
It's very cool.
village. They got their own personal home theater back here, sunbathing beds right over there, sort of like a tool shed. And then over there, it's actually like a personalized treehouse for the kids. So it's got a gaming center, entertainment center in there, and just a cool, fun place to hang out. I also really love all of these really cool decorative features that they added around the pond, right in the middle. It sort of brings together and connects all of these different communal spaces. Okay, so this is the filtration for the pond.
This is, so I like to call it our life support system. And this is a wall that we constructed. So from the pond, you wouldn't actually be able to see the equipment, but you're still easily accessible to it. This is called an RDF, a rotary drum filter. Remove it and show you what that looks like. Looks complicated, but the concept is really simple.
So this is what you would consider like a high-end filtration
I would say a
system.
higher end filtration for a homeowner.
Got it. All right, guys, get an extra little snack today because Uncle George is in town. Make sure I'm on their good side. All right, that's it. We gotta go.
Well, this pond's pretty unique. It houses some very large koi and a total of 3 waterfalls. You can see the size of them. They're very well fed. I can tell you that one of the secrets is every time it rains, the homeowner comes out and picks earthworms out of the garden. There's no pesticides used here, but these guys actually get fed earthworms.
So how big is this pond?
This pond is just shy of 3,200 gallons.
Wow, I mean, there's some monsters in here.
And these all started out as toe size, so under a year old. So you're talking about 6, 8-inch fish.
So how old are these?
I believe the oldest one is gonna be 13, if I'm not mistaken.
13. Oh.
So one of the very first ones we got is the first place winner at the Nogiosai Koi Show in Japan, and that's that Kojaku down there.
Wow.
That came in as a Nisai at 13 inches.
The white one with the orange?
Yep, and that fish representation is right here in Japanese.
Oh, wow, so these are like,
So this is the mural representing the fish. The #1 Nogiosai Grand Champion right there. There in the
Wow.
pond. Yeah, it's like a little tribute. They have ample of room to swim. They can tell they have really good diets. And, they just live a really happy life.
what do you think the value is of some of these fish in here?
Oh, we're talking about 10K plus on each fish, some of them.
Wow, and these are all Japanese koi.
These are all Japanese koi.
I love the Tancho.
That's a Tancho. Sanke.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
very good. Yeah.
Tancho Sanke.
In koi, we have different varieties. Varieties are usually depicted by the colors. So what colors they have, maybe the scalation, whether they're scaleless or with scales. And also the type of scale, maybe they're shiny or not shiny.
So, I mean, these are real rocks.
Oh, absolutely. These are a special rock. This is called the true Yuba blue, and they actually have blues, grays, even purples. And used a lot in meditation. Some of them actually can be magnetic. which is pretty cool. So if you believe in that energy, there you go. You can
I'm all open to the energy.
Do you feel the energy?
I feel it.
I feel the energy.
I mean, I could feel it. I'm saying I'm open to it. If the energy wants to come and feel me,
Yeah. Here,
it has permission.
put your hand on it. There you go. There you go.
There's something there. Okay.
Maybe why the fish grows so big.
All right, so Anthony is netting a couple of these fish and bringing them to the surface so that you can get a better look at them. Okay, so this is a what, Jinrin Chagway?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Look how shiny. That's like, looks like a massive bar of gold. That is so cool.
Tancho Sanke, just really nice, symmetrical circle. Just the size, the skin quality. Looking under natural sunlight, it's got very good shiroji, which is the white cream. Very good consistency, and it's still developing, believe it or not. It's still got a little ways to go.
Very desirable trait for a koi to have.
Cool fish, huh? Yeah, it's one of my favorites too.
This is what I need in that's my next fish I would want. Dude, this is such a cool fish to me. So interesting, the way it goes from orange on its underside to kind of like a white to a grayish blue. Everything about it is so interesting. It's such a cool looking fish. Look at its eyes, the way the orange covers both eyes like that.
But you can definitely get the scalation toward the back, and you kind of see how that pine cone resonates.
That is a big fish.
It's a big fish, yeah. This one, like I said, was only 13 inches.
So when a fish knocks itself like that, will that actually kind of like, will it regenerate that orange skin color on top of it?
If the damage doesn't damage the pigment cells, so it doesn't go deep into the flesh, into the skin, into those cells. So this one looks like just very topical. It didn't skin anything off, so I think it'll be fine.
And then what are these like orange, or what are these dark things coming out of its nose?
Colors. Oh, in the front?
Yeah.
That's nostrils, that's her nose.
Really?
And those are what we call pom-poms. Absolutely, fish can smell, and they do have nostrils.
But I don't think I see koi that often that have those kinds of...
You've just never seen koi with big old nostrils up close in your face. This is what we call the freeway, the runway, where all your pipe work, all the filtration comes this way.
It's going from underground.
Yep, underneath here.
Wow.
And I calculated about 483 gallons of water just in the pipes.
You see the dogs running back and forth. That's why they call it the runway.
So it's kind of similar setup. And then of course it goes through the prophy drum. So that's what that looks like. So the water level drops. As soon as it goes below those two sensors, it's gonna kick this and it's gonna start cleaning, and you're gonna get a little bit of a spray, but not too bad. There you go.
And so this filter, it spins, and what is it doing? It's just taking the water and...
It's taking the dirt. So this is the dirty water from the pond. It's taking it in through there, and when this screen clogs, it's shooting it off into the trough. And this trough is what pulls it all out, takes it to waste.
Is that all? Is that just mud? Is that fish poop?
That's
what
just
is that?
fish poop, sticks, twigs, you know, all kinds of good stuff. Oh.
Hey!
And there he is.
Am I interrupting the filming?
No.
Telling the story about this fish?
Which one?
The whitefish. This was a black and red Showa, and it was about this big. It was small. We put it in this pond, and it went down the skimmer, and it stayed there for 3 years. It wouldn't come out.
That is the fish.
I thought you were going to say 3 days.
No.
I thought you were going to say 3 hours or 3 days. 3 years?
3 years. It came out of the pipe,
Uh-huh.
and he caught it with his hand. But
That is-
look at it. It's an albino because it lived inside the pipes.
Well, it had no sun, no.
No sun, no
Nope.
food.
I mean, probably caught some pellets or algae or
Dude,
something in
that-
there.
It's grown because we've had it in here now for not even a year, would you say, Anthony? This was an expensive fish too. He charged me $150 for it or something like that. It was a beautiful Showa,
I remember that. And we were
And-
looking for that fish for a while.
and it ran into the damn skimmer.
Then was a breeder.
Yeah, it was a
I
good
remember that
fish.
fish.
It was a real good
Yeah.
fish.
And now, a quick word from our video sponsor. If you're looking to build a website or run your website on a better platform, then Squarespace is where you need to be. Squarespace offers hundreds of already made templates where you can go in, pick your favorite one, still customize everything you want. You don't need any coding knowledge, and it's super user-friendly. I run my shop on Squarespace. I actually just launched some new merch designs. We got freshwater scrub, antisocial coral club, and my favorite, Weed'em Kois. You can even update your Squarespace website from your phone. You can change images, you can change text, you can update your inventory. But yeah, if you need a website, Squarespace really is the best. Use my link at squarespace.com/GeorgeMavrakis. You'll receive 10% off your first website. Click here to watch another amazing fish tour, and don't forget to subscribe. All you gotta do is hit the red button. Remember to keep those nitrates low. George, out.